Ladies, I'm here on the show. Talking about some MLB news that I want to go over. There's three more stories I want to talk about that I didn't write down, so I'm going to go to the Instagram app so I can look at those stories after I get done talking about all these stories I wrote down that I want to go over. So let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is Orioles first baseman slash outfielder Trey Mancini. He's reportedly taking Baltimore series versus the Tampa Bay Rays as his last with the team, and at Camden Yards. He seems to have accepted his fate as trade rumors continue to swirl and is taking it all in, per Mark Vivano. It's crazy that they could trade Trey Mancini, but it kind of makes a little bit of sense here. Makes a little bit of sense, if you ask me. So yeah. But what I do want to say about this, if this trade does happen, I feel like this is his trade. His trade value is as high as it'll get. I can see him in another uniform, but it's gonna be tough to see him get traded. He's a fan favorite with that team. I don't know why they trade him. They'll mess up everything with that team if they trade him. And it's right when they're starting to get good. He's cheap and underrated. Like, why would you trade him? Because he loves Baltimore and the Orioles. If he does get traded, I could see him going to the New York Mets, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. He's not really been good at the plate recently this season, so maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll get traded, we'll see. But it sounds like he's going to get traded because he's just taking it all in and he's accepting his fate as trade rumors swirl, so we'll see what happens. The Giants are reportedly considering trading for an above-average defender as next Tuesday's trade deadline looms. And Oakland outfielder Ramon Laureano is seen as a logical fit per Ken Rosenthal. I mean, I just don't. They need more than that. Their offense has not really been good this year. They're getting no hit till like the 5th, 6th, 7th inning. And one above average defender in the outfield, it just isn't going to fix their defense. They don't need him. Like, they need bullpen arms and infielders. An outfield with like Gaz, Slater, and Laureano, which could be good, but he has a -6 DRS and a -7 OAA. It's not good at defense, and his like OAA isn't good off this year. His OAA. So, and just that isn't gonna fix their offense. Like, he's not really good at the plate, if you know what I'm saying. Next thing I'm talking about is a story here about the Rays. Their outfielder Kevin Kiermaier, and he'll undergo season-ending surgery to address a left hip issue. And Rays catcher Mike Zunino, he will also undergo surgery thoracic outlet syndrome, per Mark Topkin. Well, he's gonna be out for the season, so I can now see the Rays trading for Wilson Contreras. They might have to trade for Wilson Contreras because it's a big loss for Mike Zunino. Rays are their team's just so injury prone this year. They've had so many injuries with Franco now, Zunino, Kiermaier now hurt, under surgery. Kiermaier's out for the season, so yeah, I can see him now trading for Wilson Contreras, but we'll see what happens. Next thing we're talking about is Juan Soto. There was in a poll of 17 MLB front office execs who were asked to vote, who named the 3 favorites to land national superstar Juan Soto. 8 of them listed the Padres, while 7 named the Dodgers, with no other team receiving more than 3 votes. So here, however, here are the other 11 teams mentioned as possibilities. Yankees, 3 votes. Mets, 3 votes. Cardinals, 3 votes. Mariners, 3 votes. And Rays with 3 votes. Each got 3 votes. Giants with 2 votes. You got the Red Sox with 1 vote. Brewers, 1 vote. Blue Jays, 1 vote. Rangers, 1 vote. And the Chicago Cubs, 1 vote. Wow. I don't know who voted the Cubs. But, yeah, he's not going to the Cubs. He might go to the Rangers, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's either the Padres or Dodgers. Cardinals are up there. Padres, Dodgers, Cardinals. I think those are probably what could happen. That's probably what could happen. But we'll see. Next thing I'll talk about is, once again, about Trey Mancini. I mentioned the Mets. They could go after him. And it's looking like it's going to happen, possibly. The Mets are reportedly very clearly focused on trying to acquire Orioles first baseman / outfielder Trey Mancini. Makes sense. I know they just got Vogelback, but he's a DH, basically for like lefties, pretty much. They got Vogelback already, but he's a DH for like lefties. But I feel like they should try and get Contreras though, if you ask me. But we'll see. The Arizona Diamondbacks, they've reportedly told teams they are willing to discuss trade possibilities surrounding first baseman Christian Walker Pernick Pacoro. I can see this happening. They're probably gonna maybe trade some players. This has Cleveland Guardians written all over it. I mean, he's pretty good. His average is low key better than his like average shows. And he's number 11 in homers this year. Like, he has like a 1.10 WRC plus with a 14 DRS and like a 10 OA. So he's a good power bat. He's just very underrated. He's an unlucky hitter as well. So yeah, D-backs left-handed pitcher Madison Bumgarner. It's reportedly a possible trade chip for Arizona this year, even if they aren't willing to eat his salary, per Zachary Reimer. So I could definitely see this happening. Definitely see this happening. I could see maybe the Mets trading for him, but we'll see. Next thing I'll talk about, Juan Soto trade update, like details. So what they report, they're primed to get even more. So I reported like a few days ago, well not reported, but sounded like the MLB News a few days ago, that they would want 4 to 5 young players and like some current major leaguers, I believe. But we got some updates here, some rumors. The Washington Nationals are reportedly primed to get even more than their asking price for Juan Soto, and the return will be the biggest in MLB history, per Jim Bowden. The reported asking price for national superstar Juan Soto in any trade is 4 to 5 young players with a mix of top prospects and MLB players with club control. It's literally the KD trade of MLB, like, except he's 10 years younger though. I just don't know if he's getting traded, man. They'll have to eventually settle something, because I don't think teams are going to give that. But I feel like if they don't get him traded this offseason, teams like will not be as interested, and they won't get as much. So they kind of need to get this trade done this offseason. But yeah, next thing I'll talk about is some rumors here about the Cubs. Cubs outfielder Ian Happ, he's reportedly drawing significant interest on the trade market, and he's likely to be dealt. So it looks like Happ and Wilson Contreras are both going to get traded. David Robertson's probably going to get traded as well. This guy's a stud this year. So we'll see what happens. The Mets and Cubs reportedly discussed a trade package that would send all-star catcher Wilson Contreras and relief pitcher David Robertson to Queens for multiple prospects, but not named Batty, I don't know, Batty. And Alvarez, Francisco Alvarez, Pat Ragazzo. Man, they're really not going to try and get Alvarez, but they're going to get multiple prospects, but not their like top prospects. So, yeah, the Detroit Tigers, they're reportedly willing to trade just about everyone, including left-handed pitcher Tariq Skubal, ahead of next Tuesday's trade deadline per Ken Rosenthal. According to rival executives with multiple clubs, the Tigers gave us a blanket that just about everyone is available. Another ex speculated the Tigers are trying to be optimistic and extract a big return from Skubal from teams that might strike out in the Luis Castillo and Frankie Montas sweepstakes. And then Tigers fans said they were going to make the playoffs before the season started. Like, damn. It's terrible. Padres broke them. We'll see what happens. They're going to trade everybody. They're going to trade everybody, man. Like, damn. The last thing I want to talk about here is the Miami Marlins are reportedly listening to trade offers on anybody not named Sandy Alcantara per John Hayden. So, I guess they forgot about Jazz Chisholm, but he's on the IL. I think he's out for like on the 60-day injured list. So, that's why Jazz isn't listed, because he's on the injured list. He can't get traded because he's on the injured list. And he most likely won't get traded anyway. So, yeah, but that's all the MLB news. A lot of news over the last like 2 days I've talked about. So last night, if you're going to watch the MLB news, go watch that and then watch this one. So yeah, until next time, I thank you for watching.